Cairo during the day is beautiful, but at night it has a completely different kind of magic. Every place in Cairo has a story, and these stories appear even more vividly at night. So if you're looking for places to walk around in Cairo at night while seeing and hearing the Nile and being surrounded by lights from every direction, then you have to watch this video about Cairo's nighttime atmosphere in the heart of downtown. In this video, I'll show you the best nighttime hangout spots in downtown, and you'll experience the vibes of Cairo at night with me, moment by moment. We'll walk together across Kaser El Nil Bridge until we reach Tahrir Square, and we'll explore the streets of downtown, Tahrir Street, and the Glasses Market in Bab el Luke. Don't forget to leave your beautiful comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's begin our tour and discover together the nighttime vibes of Cairo. Peace be upon you. How are you, everyone? I hope you're all doing well, feeling good, and in great health. We're back again with a new video on our channel, your channel, our streets. First, I'd like to tell you about the place I'm walking in right now. I'm currently on one of the most famous and beautiful bridges in Cairo, and in all of Egypt as well, which is the Kaser El Nil Bridge. The atmosphere here in Cairo and Egypt in general is truly special. Kaser El Nil Bridge is one of the most iconic landmarks in Cairo, Egypt. Located in the heart of the capital, the bridge stretches across the Nile River, connecting Tahrir Square in downtown Cairo to the Cairo Opera House in the district of Zamalek. With its historic charm, elegant design, and cultural significance, Kaser El Nil Bridge stands as more than just a passageway. It is a symbol of Cairo's identity. The bridge was originally constructed during the reign of Khedive Ismail in the 19th century. It was one of the first modern bridges to cross the Nile and played a major role in connecting different parts of the growing city. The current structure, however, was completed in the 1930s to replace the older version and to accommodate the increasing traffic and population expansion. Kaser El Nil Bridge is famous for its distinctive architectural features, most notably the four massive bronze lion statues that guard its entrances. Designed by French sculptor Henri-Alfred Jacquemart, these statues have become iconic symbols of Cairo. The bridge itself is wide, sturdy, and beautifully aligned with the riverbanks, offering a panoramic view of the Nile and the surrounding city. For decades, the bridge has been a gathering place for Egyptians and a popular destination for visitors. Many people come to enjoy the cool breeze of the Nile, take photos, or watch the boat lights that decorate the river at night. During national events and celebrations, the bridge often becomes filled with crowds, reflecting its role as a cultural and social hub. Kaser El Nil Bridge has also appeared in countless Egyptian films, songs, and literary works, reinforcing its place in modern Egyptian culture. It represents not only the physical connection between parts of Cairo but also the emotional connection Egyptians feel toward their city and its history. Today, Kaser El Nil Bridge remains a vital route for both pedestrians and vehicles. Whether during the early morning when the city awakens or late at night when the lights reflect on the Nile's surface, the bridge continues to offer breathtaking views and an unforgettable experience. Kaser El Nil Bridge is more than an architectural structure, it is a timeless symbol of Cairo's history, culture, and beauty. With its majestic lion statues, strategic location, and deep cultural importance, the bridge stands as a testament to Egypt's heritage and the enduring spirit of its people. We have now arrived at Tahrir Square. Tahrir Square, located in the center of Cairo, is one of Egypt's most famous and historically significant public spaces. Known as the Square of Liberation, it has long served as a symbol of national identity, political expression, and social life. Over the years, Tahrir Square has transformed from a simple traffic circle into a landmark that reflects Egypt's modern history and cultural development. Tahrir Square was originally designed in the mid-19th century during the modernization projects of Khedive Ismail, who sought to reshape Cairo into a European-style capital. It was initially named Eshmalia Square in his honor. Following the Egyptian Revolution of 1952, the name was changed to Tahrir Square, meaning Liberation Square to reflect the country's new era of independence. The square is surrounded by several major institutions that highlight its national importance. These include the Egyptian Museum, one of the world's greatest repositories of ancient Egyptian artifacts, the Magama Building, a massive administrative complex, the Arab League headquarters, and several government buildings, hotels, and cultural centers. In recent years, the square underwent significant renovation, including new landscaping, pedestrian areas, and a central obelisk surrounded by pharaonic-style statues. Today, Tahrir Square stands as a renewed and vibrant urban space. With its modern design, bright lighting, and improved facilities, it has become an attractive and welcoming area for both pedestrians and visitors. The square continues to serve not only as a transportation hub but also as a living symbol of Egypt's resilience and passion for progress. Tahrir Square is more than just a location on the map, it is a place where history has been written and where the spirit of the Egyptian people continues to shine. Through its architecture, cultural significance, and political legacy, the square remains one of the most important and iconic landmarks in Cairo. There is a certain magic to downtown Cairo that no camera can fully capture and no words can completely contain, yet the moment you step into its streets at night, you feel it wrapping around you like a familiar melody. It is a place where history does not sit still inside old buildings, it walks beside you, whispers to you, and sometimes even looks you straight in the eye through the glow of a street lamp. As the sun slips behind the rooftops of the city, downtown Cairo, Wust El Balad as the locals lovingly call it, transforms. Its energy doesn't fade with the daylight, it simply shifts. The noise softens, the pace slows, and the lights begin to bloom, one by one, like stars gathering the courage to shine. You start your walk on Kaser El Nil Bridge, where the cool night breeze drifts across the Nile, carrying the scent of river water and distant music from a passing boat. The lion statues stand tall and proud, guarding the city as they've done for more than a century. From here, the heart of downtown calls to you, glittering, buzzing, alive. Once you cross the bridge, Tahrir Square opens up before you, wide and bright. The buildings around it stand like sentinels of history, each with its own story from the days of old Cairo to the moments that shaped modern Egypt. At night, the square seems to breathe, a giant circle of light, motion, and memory. Then, as you step deeper into the narrow veins of the city, you enter the true soul of downtown. Streets like Talat Harb, Kaser El Nil Street, Champoyan, and Hoda Sharawi come alive in a different way after dark. Their daytime rush fades, giving space to a quieter kind of chaos, one filled with soft chatter, the clinking of glasses, footsteps on old pavement, and the rustle of newspapers at street kiosks that never seem to close. The architecture is a story in itself. Buildings from the 19th and early 20th centuries rise above you, their balconies wrapped in ironwork and their facades carrying the faded elegance of Cairo's Belle Epoque era. Under the warm yellow streetlights, they look almost dreamlike, like scenes from an old black and white film suddenly brought back to life. And then there are the shops. Downtown shops don't just sell things, they hold memories. You pass by bookstores that smell of paper and dust, their shelves stacked with stories as old as the city. You see tiny optical shops in Bab el Luke, their signs flickering with neon light as vendors polish lenses and display glasses in endless rows. Souvenir stalls offer keychains, pharaoh statues, and pyramids in all sizes. Perfume shops spill their scents into the street, amber, musk, jasmine, and sandalwood weaving into the night air. Street cafes fill the sidewalks with the aroma of strong Egyptian coffee and mint tea. Young artists gather with sketchbooks, old friends argue about football, strangers share tables as if the city insists on bringing people together. And above it all, the lights shine, shop lights, balcony lights, car headlights, and neon signs, painting the streets with a glow that never feels artificial. It feels lived in, warm, deeply human. As you walk, you realize how many stories are hidden here. Every corner has one, an old cinema that once hosted glittering premieres, a building that survived revolutions and restorations, a cafe where poets wrote lines that still live in people's hearts. Downtown Cairo doesn't forget. It carries its past proudly, even as it adapts to the present. By the time you reach the end of your walk, perhaps standing once again by the Nile, you feel the essence of the place lingering with you. Downtown Cairo at night is not just a location, it is an experience, one made of history and light, noise and silence, people and memories. It is a city within a city, a world that never fully sleeps yet somehow always dreams. And if you listen closely, you might hear the streets whispering to you. Come back again. There is always another story waiting. Downtown Cairo at night carries a kind of magic that feels impossible to put into simple words, a blend of nostalgia and quiet excitement that settles over the streets as soon as the last traces of daylight fade behind the rooftops. The city shifts gently from its daytime rush into a softer, deeper kind of life, one that seems to rise from the cracks of old buildings and the warm glow of lamps that hang above narrow sidewalks. When you start walking from the direction of Kaser El Nil Bridge, you sense the first breath of the night, the breeze sliding over the Nile, the shimmering reflections that ripple on the surface like silver threads, and the low, distant music drifting from boats moving slowly up and down the river. There is something calming about that moment, something that prepares you for the world you're about to step into. As soon as you enter downtown, you find yourself surrounded by architecture that feels frozen in time, European-style facades standing shoulder to shoulder like old friends, their balconies wrapped in iron patterns that have watched generations pass below. The buildings seem to glow at night, as if the darkness gives them permission to reveal a hidden version of themselves, one filled with soft curves, faded colors, and the quiet dignity of age. Walking deeper, the streets unfold like chapters in a book you never want to finish. The cafes spill out onto the sidewalks, their wooden chairs lined neatly, their warm lamps casting golden pools of light that gather strangers together without them even realizing it. There's always a group laughing loudly, another lost in deep conversation, a lone writer scribbling on a notebook, and someone staring thoughtfully into the distance as if trying to understand their own story. The soundscape is a mix of everything: cups clinking, cars honking far away, the rhythmic beat of footsteps, and the ever-present melodies coming from old speakers playing songs from a time when life seemed slower and sweeter. On Talat Harb Street, the energy shifts again. The stores stay open late, displaying clothes, books, perfumes, and tiny treasures that catch your eye even if you're not planning to buy anything. The old bookshops feel like sanctuaries, their shelves heavy with stories, their windows dimly lit, drawing you inside with a quiet promise of escape. A few steps away, the scent of roasted corn blends with the aroma of strong Egyptian coffee, and for a moment you feel wrapped in a cloud of warmth and familiarity. The eyeglasses market in Bab el Loop glitters under white fluorescent lights, every frame reflecting the night like a tiny mirror holding a piece of the city. Vendors greet you with a friendliness that feels genuine, the kind that reminds you that Cairo is a city built on human connection as much as it is on buildings and streets. And then there are the alleys, the hidden narrow paths where time slows down. You walk past old cinemas with posters fading behind glass, past wooden doors that have been painted and repainted over decades, and past quiet balconies where someone is always leaning out, watching the world below as if it's a familiar movie they never get tired of. Every corner holds a memory you didn't live but somehow feel attached to, as if downtown shares its stories with anyone willing to listen. As you wander, you begin to notice how the night affects everything: the soft wind rustling through the trees, the warm streetlights casting long shadows, the distant laughter echoing off the walls, and the city's heartbeat pulsing beneath your feet. Downtown Cairo at night is not loud or overwhelming, it is alive in a gentle, deeply human way that makes you feel like you're part of something bigger, a shared moment, a shared history, a shared sense of belonging. And when you finally make your way back toward the Nile, with the water shimmering under the moonlight and the air cooler against your skin, you feel a quiet peace settle inside you. The sounds grow softer, the city breathes slower, and you realize that nights like this are not just moments but memories in the making. Downtown Cairo stays with you long after you leave it, like a story that continues to unfold in your mind even when the night is over. And as the night slowly settles over downtown Cairo, you start to realize something. This place isn't just streets and buildings. It's not just lights, sounds, or late-night crowds. It's a living story, one that keeps unfolding with every step you take. Walking through these roads, you feel the heartbeat of a city that never truly sleeps. A city that carries its history in every balcony, every sidewalk cafe, every echo of music drifting through the alleys. Downtown Cairo at night isn't just a destination. It's an experience. A memory. A feeling you carry with you long after you leave. So if you ever find yourself in Cairo, don't just look for the famous landmarks. Come here, lose yourself in these streets, breathe in the atmosphere, and let the city show you a side of Egypt that most travelers never see. Thank you for joining me on this night walk through the heart of Cairo. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next adventure, see you in the next video.